All right, so I just got off of work and I wanted to like kind of talk about something serious. So basically, within the last like 2 to 3 weeks, almost a month now, I've really just kind of distanced myself from a lot of negativity. I distanced myself from negativity in my workplace, in my personal life, and I just don't have time for it now. So when people start to try and bring drama, I kind of just retreat and go off on my own and go do my own thing. So, with that being said, a lot of stuff has happened in my lifetime, just like anybody else's life, to where they get to a point where they're just fed up. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm not perfect. I know that it's going to be, I guess, challenging a little bit, but it's something that needs to happen and I'm okay with now. So I'm speaking about relationship wise, and this can apply to, this can apply to your personal life, in other areas like work, hobbies, anything like that. But for me, it's about relationship stuff. So, not to go into my old situation, like my relationship, but but so basically, I guess it kind of ties in together. But I was in a relationship with my daughter's father for 9 years. I was engaged to him for a year. He cheated on me. To this day, still won't admit it. But I moved on. That was 3 years ago. About 2 years ago, or a year and a half, or a year and some months, whatever it is, I met this one guy. I wasn't really feeling him in the beginning. I was just out there having fun because I was in a long-term relationship to where I wasn't ready to like jump into anything else. So over the course of a couple months and, interactions with this person, both physically, mentally, I became attached. So since that time, it's just been off and on as far as communication. Most recently, I think about maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago, I cut off all communication. So I only did that because he basically ghosted me first. And it's kind of a long story, and it might not make sense, but that's just the gist of it. He ghosted me. I did what I always do, ran back, trying to get his attention, and it just wasn't happening. So I finally just said to myself, you know what? I'm tired of chasing. I'm tired of doing this. So let me remove myself. So since that day, I actually have felt so much better. Like I actually can sleep at night. I go to bed, I sleep through the night, I wake up, and I'm like refreshed. I'm not up all night on my phone looking, logging into social media apps, looking to see what he's doing. And that like is a breath of fresh air for me because it relieves myself from any type of stress and anxiety that is associated with him, but more so of not really a person per se, but just my own feelings. I feel so much better. All aspects of my life have changed because I really thought to myself, like, hey, I'm about to be 32, I can't even say it right, years old. And here I am still doing the same stuff like a teenager. Like I need to learn from my past. So I realized to myself that I don't have time for anybody that's there to play games with me. I'm gonna keep it real. I need to take things for face value. If a person's not interested, I can't sit here and wait until they finally tell me like, hey, I'm not interested, or show me something. I need to go by my intuition, gut feelings about things, and if it's not right, it's not right, and move on. So I have talked to a couple guys since then. One of them asked for my number. One of them I gave him my number, and they did the same thing. Like you basically went out your way, excuse me, to contact me, get to know me, and then it's like once the text message come in and I respond, I don't hear anything for like a week. So I deleted those numbers. I never save numbers, by the way. When I get someone's number, I don't save it until like a couple months later when I know that like, okay, hey, they've been talking to me for a while. I kind of know them now, so it's all good. But so yeah. So I didn't have no time. I'm not about to chase nobody And it's not about trying to act like you just got it like that. It's really just to protect yourself. And for me, I'm protecting my spirit by not allowing someone to make me feel like I have to beg them like a fucking dog. Sorry, because dang, they're probably cut me off. But that's pretty much where I'm at. And I know I'm just rambling right now. I just really wanted to come on and talk because I know people are always looking for stuff. Why did he ghost me? What do I do? And it is hard when you have feelings for someone, but you have to understand if they're not reciprocating those feelings, they don't mean it. And they don't care about you. It's whatever you can do for them. So if you stop being of service to someone, then you're no longer important to them in their life. So that's what I've been doing. I'm proud of myself. I am, I guess, celibate. I don't know how else to say it. It's not actually as hard as it sounds. And I know that sounds weird or whatever. I'm probably just going to stop talking about that. But anyway, I'm really focusing on myself, what makes me happy, and it feels good to know that. And like me and my mom were talking about the other day, being single is not a bad thing. I think a lot of people are like, oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you single? What did you do wrong? And it's like, just because you're single doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. It's just that you valued yourself enough to not be stuck in a relationship that is not going anywhere. And that's pretty much what my story is. So I can't speak for anybody else's story, but that's my story. So now I'm going to challenge myself to make someone work for me. I'm not going to give my gifts of love and affection and things like that. I'm not going to give that easily. So I'm going to wait and see where they're coming from. And I'm not about playing games at all. So I'm not going to play games. I'm just not going to tolerate certain things. So that's the difference between someone who's just out there to be vindictive, to try and hurt someone, and for someone who's really just trying to look for someone that's really going to treat them right. So I just wanted to hop on real quick before I eat my dinner and say that, because I always look, when I'm going through something, I always look and see what other people have going on. And I listen to them and take tips and skills from them. And I talk a lot, so I really don't even remember what I said. I don't write anything down. I don't feel like I need to do that. But I really just felt in my heart that I wanted to come on and say that, because a lot of people have tried to figure out like what's happening with Sharice. Why is she not reacting to this? Why is this not happening? And it's really just like, I'm about to be 32 years old. I don't have time for it. And I know what my value is and I know what I can offer. So if someone can't see that, then I'm done trying to force someone to see it. So, and I feel good now. I got that off my chest. But anyway, I'm probably going to do some more videos, funny stuff. I don't really have like any, plans to make money off YouTube or anything. So it's really just whenever I get time or I feel like it. But I felt like it today. So, I don't really have a lot of followers. I don't really care about that. If you follow or subscribe, that's fine. If you don't, you don't. But I really just wanted to say that. So for anybody out there, male or female, if you've gotten ghosted all your life or you've always been there trying to be there for other people and them not really caring about your feelings or anything like that, just know that you don't have to accept that. And there is hope. There is life. You don't have to give up on anything else that you've done for yourself. Mainly it's just move differently. And that's pretty much it. So, hope you guys enjoyed my little rant that I had. And I will probably post something by the end of this week. If not, I'll post when I post.